Some tips today for positive parents about teaching children respect in 10 minutes or less. I promise it's going to be 10 minutes or less. I've asked hundreds of kids this question: what does it mean to respect? And the most common answer I get, be nice. Wow, how simple. And if kids can understand this, can we teach them about respect in a short period of time? Yes, we can. I said 10 minutes or less on the title of this video. I've got a definition for respect that is very, very close to what those kids are saying, to be nice. And part of this comes from a podcast interview that I did with Kevin Hall. Kevin is the author of the book Aspire, which is a really inspiring book where he takes a look at different words and the power of those words in our life. One of the words that Kevin taught me is Genshai. Kind of like gun shy, only Genshai. And it means treating someone in a way that never makes them feel small or insignificant or unimportant. I think that's a really great definition for respect. That we always treat someone in a way that helps them to feel important and to feel that they are a significant person on this planet. That's where I'm going to start with the definition. Now, respect, as we teach kids about respect, there's different ways to help them to get to know this. I like to put it into 3 simple rules, all of which have something to do with respect. These could be your household rules. It's so much easier to remember 3 rules than it is to remember a whole list of rules. And you think about your kids, they're always going to be creative enough to find something that's not on the list if you've tried to be comprehensive. These 3 rules, I think, cover everything that you might be concerned about as a parent, and it helps to teach children respect in a very short period of time, maybe 10 minutes or less. Rule number 1, respect yourself and others. Let's use the kids' definition. Be nice to yourself and others. I was watching a video here on YouTube from Julie Hunt and Smart Kids 101. In this video, which you can link to right up there, Julie gives a fun little demonstration of one way to teach kids about the power of their words and how hard it is to take something back once you've said it. If it's not nice, or if it is nice, once you've said it, it's out there. The example that she shares in her video has her drawing some lines on a piece of paper with a marker and then challenging the kids to squeeze out a tube of toothpaste to cover each of those lines as fast as they can. Not hard to do, and kids love squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. The next task is that Julie gives them a knife, and they are to take that knife and scoop up the toothpaste and put it back in the tube as fast as they can. How do you think that goes? Yeah, not so well. That's not an easy thing to do. You could try that yourself if you wanted to. This is just a fun little activity that I think is a good example of one way to teach how important it is to be careful about what we say, because it's hard to put it back once it's out there. Great example. Thank you for that example, Julie. Rule number 2, respect property. Do you remember those hundreds of kids that I interviewed? And I asked them about property. What is property? And the most common answer is, it's my neighbor's yard. Yeah, because their mom has told them, hey, stay out of the neighbor's property, meaning their yard, right? Yes, it's the yard. It's also stuff. It's all of the things that are owned by the people that we talked about in rule number 1. Respecting property. What does that mean? We can go through a quick example with the kids about, what about your shoes, for example? Where do they belong? Either on my feet or in my closet on the shoe rack. What if I throw my shoes in the living room? Well, that's not respecting property, because respecting property means you put things in their place. And respecting property means that you take good care of your stuff. And respecting property means that you don't take something that belongs to someone else without asking. And respecting property means that if you do borrow something from someone, you return it in at least as good a condition as it was when you borrowed it. Kids pick this up really fast, so use a few examples like that. What does it mean to respect property? Rule number 3, respect authority. There's 2 elements to this that I like to talk about that have to do with respect. Cooperate and obey. There's a little difference between cooperation and obedience. Who should we cooperate with? Really, anyone who is asking us to do something that's right and reasonable, who isn't asking us to violate Rule 1 or Rule 2. We should cooperate with them. So what does that mean about respecting your little sister? What if she wants a little bit of help picking up some toys that are on the ground? Should you cooperate with her? Because she's not the boss of you. Yeah, it doesn't have to do with her being the boss of you. It has to do with respect and cooperating with someone who's asking you to do something that's right and reasonable, that doesn't violate Rule 1 or 2. What does it mean to obey? Obedience is different from cooperation. Who should you obey? Someone who has authority over you. This is what I mean by respect authority. Now, who has authority over you? You can think of a few people, right? When we're talking to the kids, number 1 is your parents. Your parents you should obey. Why? Because they have authority over you. Who else has authority over you? Teachers, police officers, judges, people who are in charge of whatever organization you belong to. Yes, all of those people have some level of authority. Respecting that authority means that you acknowledge their position and you obey. These 3 rules are a quick way to help children learn about respect in 10 minutes or less. Isn't that awesome? I hope you found this helpful. Please follow us on Instagram and Facebook, where we have put together positive parenting communities for you to be a part of. This is for conscious, positive parents like you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again tomorrow. In the street alone.